Good morning to all of you. Am I audible to all the students? Am I audible to all? Good morning. Hello. Am I audible to all? If I am audible, you can paste the message in the chat box. Sandeep. येतोय का आवाज येतोय?
तुम्हाला लिंक सेंड झालेली तुम्हाला युट्यूबची.
Hi sir. Okay sir. Okay. You are in meeting room, sir?
Already 16.
Okay sir. Okay sir. Okay fine. Okay sir. Okay sir. We'll just let you in. भुवेकर सरांना करावं सर.
काय नावाने आहे त्यांचं?
भुवेकर.
एकच मिनिट. क्रेडिट घेऊ.
आणि सर आपल्या 73 झालेत आताशी. आणखी
येते ना तिकडं. मी गुगल युट्यूबची लिंक सेंड केली बघा तुम्हाला. मी सेंड करू शकता. तुम्ही आपल्या सर लोकांमध्ये द्या, ती पाठवून देते. स्पीकर काय नाव मीटिंग मध्ये पण नाही. मीटिंग मध्ये पण नाही दाखवते.
सरांनाच करतो आता बरं.
बघा बरं आता ऍडमिट वाला केली.
आपला आवाज त्याच्या
एक दिवस नको ना वाढवू गपकी. मग मंगळवारी आता आला. माझं 2 वाजेपर्यंत.
Hello, I'm audible to you, sir.
इथून तुम्हाला आवाज येतो का? त्यांनी म्यूट केला असेल ते करून त्यांनी
Sir,
आपलं चालू आपलं चालू.
sir, your speaker is might be mute, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible now. Okay, sir. Fine, sir.
नाही, बंद केलं. आपण युट्यूबवर आहे ना 20 सेकंद 15 सेकंद मागं असतं. आता आपण ह्याच्यात इथे इकडं पण चालू.
Good morning to all. I'm audible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So before I take the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, please allow me to express my special gratitude to the Dr. Vishal Pandey sir, Principal of Finance Satta College of Pharmacy, Ahmednagar, for planning this workshop in this difficult corona pandemic for our students. Now it's my pleasure to introduce a very prolific and generous guest of today's program, Dr. Narendra Govekar sir. He has been working in the Siddhant College of Pharmacy, Pune, as a professor in the Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance Department. His some special skills are recognized as a master hypnotist, master NLP practitioner, master in EFT, and he is also certified trainer. And he has completed his PhD from the Swami Ramananda Tirth University, Nanded. He has 19 years of experience in the teaching as well as in the administrative experience. His some of the noted achievements are: he is a register in the India Book of Record and Asia Book of Record for maximum authors contributing for book of COVID-19 and its impact in January 2021. He is awarded with the Shikshak Shri Award in 2018 by the Vice President of Nepal. And also he has some book publications entitled as Advanced Instrumentation Techniques in the Thakur publication. Apart from this, sir has very extensive research area. He has been published around 25 articles in the national and international journals. Now I request you to Govekar sir to start your program, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, you are not audible to us, sir. Hello. Hello, sir, you are not audible to us, sir. Sir, please check your speaker, sir, once. Hello, sir. Still you are not audible to us, sir. Hello, sir. You are not audible to us, sir.
Parbana sir, please call him.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible now.
Okay, okay.
Okay, good, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Good morning, all of you. First of all, I am thanks to my friend Dr. Vishal Pandey sir. He's given me an opportunity to talk with you people. That is on the topic, that is a stress management. That is one of my favorite topic. Yes. This is need basically because the right pandemic is going and all problems are facing by all peoples in the world, right? So here I have one questions to you people. So are you in the stress? Are you in the stress? If you know the question is that, don't give me just go to the chat box. If you are in the yes, you can mention Y. If you know, you mention the N. If you are in the tension, you mention the S, Y. If you are not mention, if there is no stress in your life, you mention the N. Go to the chat box, just mention Y and N. Okay. Gautam. Okay. Abhijit, yes. Okay. Aishwarya. Okay. Okay. Geeta, okay. Nalini. Okay. Pallavi. Pranjali. Okay. Go and chat box, just mention Y and N. If you are in the stress, you mention Y. If you are not, you mention no. Okay. Okay. So I observed that many people's they mention the Y, that is they are in the stress. Stress may be different type is there. We are going to discuss the stress about this part basically. So those who are at the stress, this lectures is definitely helpful to you people. That can relieve lot of things. That is give a lot of there the different dimensions to understand the stress. So this can help to the student. Okay. So the important thing about this say webinar is just to go thoroughly the content. Whatever the content is there, try to apply yourself. Okay, because this is not lecture. For that you have to give the answer here. You just learn for yourself. Very important thing in this webinar, some things you not understand, something you have to understand. If you understand, it is good you to apply it in your life. If it is not understand, don't bother about that. Don't take too much stress about that. Okay, go ahead with this simple mind without any stress. Okay, so before I'm going to that this start, I like to tell you one story. Okay, the story is very important things. Listen carefully. This is very important. Eye-opening story is there. Okay, so in this story, in this story, so boy is very studious. He's completed degree in IIT Madras because of his very brilliant and because of his very hard work, studied well. He got admissions in MBA California. He completed degree. After that, he got a big job, a handsome job, good salary job. Now he married a beautiful girl, and after that, he buy a very big home, that is 5 room, and all these things. A big bungalow is there, and he also buy a luxurious car. Everything is going fine, very nicely, very comfortably. Then after some time, some period of the time, he shot dead. So he taken as a suicidal. So a question is come to that: what went wrong? Why is taking the suicide? So the question is, although he has a money, car, and the flats or the bungalow, everything that a successful person expect, that they everything they have that. So there is a big questions. So California peoples, they have to done the research on that particularly case. So what they observe that, so this fellow is that he is married, there is a 3 children. Then after because of some reason he lose the job, and after lose the job, he is not get the salary or money, all these things. So he become a poor. He is going in the stress, a different type of stress, financial stress. So he's taken too much of stress in their life because he is not finding out. He just focus on the problems in the stress, financial problem, financial stress, and because he's not cope up with this stress, so he's taken a stringent actions, and that is nothing but a suicide. And this is the suicide was taken. So in these conditions, see that this is if that fellow is not managed the stress, and this is the reason that he was taken this suicidal conditions. So that's why in this particularly research was tell you that there is a stress, financial stress is there, because of reasons he's taken these actions. So what I'm telling you that this story is not nothing but the story of it is based on the true incidents. So name of fellow is a Karthik Rajaram, wrote that he had considerable killing and himself because of this financial trouble, but decided to take his family with him. Mr. Rajaram, 45 years, shot his wife, 3 sons, and mother-in-law in their bedroom over the weekend. Can you see? This is a photo of that fellow and their wife, and is a big bungalow, and everything is car, everything is there. So this is very pathetic that this is real conditions, and that is the reasons. So the why suicide? The question will come, why suicide basically? So because he was not managed the stress. This is the only reason that he was taken the extreme decisions. So here, if you have the higher degree, if you have the home, if you have the job, if you have the luxurious cars, if you have everything which is success people is there, etc., etc., etc. But if you are not able to manage the stress, then everything is useless. Example is the Karthik Rajaram, CCD Siddharth, and many more people. When we are going to that, these people are useless because they manage the stress. And so here, first of all, I like to thank you, God, for this new day that you me. First of all, thank you, God, for this new day that you give me. Thank you, God, for this new day that give me. So why I am saying thank you? Because today I am delivering a sessions with you people. Okay. So this is only the reasons. Yesterday only figure I'm just showing that in the world coronameter, as you know, pandemic is going here. See the death, 37,11,545 people died in the world. Yesterday only, this day is the 3 June. This is a yesterday night figure actually. Can you see? I'm live here. I'm delivering the session. So definitely I am very much relaxed. I am very much happy. And I hope that you people also are happy. Because see that my number is not in that list of 37,11,545. So I say thanks to God, right? So here, the one important thing is that as we are dealing with this particular college stress by the numbers, okay. So here, this is some fact figure is there. It is on the available, right? So what is that? 20% of college students say they feel stress most of the time. 10% of college students had thought of suicide. So 34% of college students report feeling depressed at least at one point within the last 90 days. 13% of college students have been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, or mental health conditions. 80% of college students say they sometimes or often feel stress. So about half of the survey college students felt overwhelmed with the anxiety at least once within the last 12 months. Can you see that this figure is basically very dangerous? And they can give that definitely these all figures nothing but to connect with only one word, that is stress. And that's why stress is very important thing to understand. People are knowingly, unknowingly in the stress. They don't know the stress, but they are working in the stress. They are studying in the stress. That's why we need to understand what is the way of the stress and how we can be come up with this stress. So here, this is a reference I mentioned that this value particularly. So what we are going to in this session is that the content is that what is the stress, the categories of stress, test stress. We are taking a stress in this stress, types of stress, the effect of stress on the body, and coping with the stress. This is very important. I feel very important thing in this sessions. So go thoroughly, understand everything that really help to you people about the stress. So has what is the stress? So one kid asked me what is the stress. So I lock him in the room with high-speed internet connections and 1% mobile battery. That reasons that is the stress. So as the situation that release emergency signals or stimuli. So physical, chemical, or emotional factor that causes bodily or mental tensions may be the factor in disease causations. Stress and stress management is a very personal or subjective things. It is based your personality, experience, what is worked in the past. Much stress come from the feeling of powerlessness over a situations or through conflict with the others. So there are only two times I feel stress. Can you imagine? Just imagine your mind. Where is it? What is the two times where you feel the stress? So all participants just to think that. Just think that which is the two times where you feel the stress. So there is a two times. I will tell you the what is the two time is there. This two time is nothing but a day and the night. So there are only two times I feel stress. One is a day and night. So when if you are in the day in the stress and night in the stress means every times people are in the stress. Okay, so these are the important things. So basically these are the stress is there. So what is the categories of stress? There is our first category stress is come to the financial stress. Those who not cope up with this finance problem, in debt or loan, EMI, and all these things come in the financial stress. Okay, as your student, you not bother about that because your parents are looking all these things. That is financial stress. Then it comes to the relationships and family stress. Those who are family problems, divorce, and all these things, these are come up with this particular stress is there. Then it comes to the business and works. Those who are working, those who are doing a business, they are the all peoples are nothing but the stress. This is another. Then fourth category is a health stress. Those peoples are facing a problems of health, maybe diabetic, maybe cardiac problem, maybe any all problems or illnesses that come in the category of health stress. Okay. Then we come up here, the types of student face stress. This is very important as the students are facing the stress. So what is that? Here, the first is academic stress. This is very, very important. You know, the first stress is that learn and memorize. You know, the question is there. If if you are studying some topic, and if you're not to understand and you're not going to memorize, so you people are in the stress. Many subject in the pharmacy, you people are studying some topic, can understand, some topic not to understand, and they are in the volatiles. So that is come in the stress. I will give the example of organic chemistry or any chemistry. If you not understand, so difficult to remember, difficult to write an answer. So that is another academic stress come to the learns and here. Then another is a meet deadlines as the very important thing, journal completions or any topic, any assignment completion given by the teachers. If you are not to come up with this stress, if you not manage that, that stress is there. And is very, very important. Another academic stress is a good grade. The students is facing the good grade basically. Every student want a best result. Everybody want topper. Everybody want distinctions. Everyone want first class, everything, right? But fortunately, unfortunately, all people's not come up with that. Many people fail. Many people score less mark, and this nothing but to create a tensions. So I just want to tell you that stress come to the good grades. I just want to tell you that one situations where, so one student is there. Okay, he met me. He was so excited, so energetic. He was, it like that particularly. So I observed that one student is so excited after the result. Another student I met, he was so depressed, so anything is there. So first I asked that, why you depressed after result? He showed me the result. And he got a 89%. So I said that, why you depressed? Why you in the stress? So he said that, sir, I got only 89%. My friend got a 91%. Can you imagine? Only 2% is the reason to stress. And second reason, that first person is that he was so excited, energetic. I thought he may take on the 95%. So I asked that, how much percent you got? He says, sir, I got a 51%. And I surprised, why you are happy too much? You got it 20. Sir, my friend got to 49%. Can you imagine? Our stress, our tension is come to that. We are going to comparison. So that is a good grade. Grades is another very important things to understand the stress. Then another is a spatial stress, that is social stress. So peer pressures in terms of friendship and all these things, that peer pressure is there. New relationships, very close friend, all these things, they come up with this relationship, that is another stress. Then academic and social life, the two life they students are there is one is academic college life and another social life. If they not manage properly, they are in the stress. And adjustment to the new environment. So those students taken the admissions in the new college, they are coming with the college, and after that to adjust with this particularly environment, it takes time basically. And that nothing but this is a stress, that is a adjustment stress. Now it come to stress of daily life. This is another important things. What is this thing? That come to the financial burden. So the student have those facing the problems, and we have to pay mess, we have to pay for food, we have to pay for any entertainment, all these things, academic fees and all this. These are nothing but come to the financial burden. Then another thing is a daily commute. So by you by where you're staying and reaching to college, that is also the tensions, by bus, by vehicle, by train, by bike, anything that come to reaching the time, that is also the in the part of tension. Then another part-time job, some students are basically need of money, so they are also doing a part-time job, 4 hours, 3 hours in the medical or any other way, and to earn the money. So they are also in the different steps, right? So here what I discuss this part of this is a full of about the student. So my request to all student, so take a pen and paper for stress test, because I am here, I will take your test. And this test you have to be just go one by one question. There is a question is there, 7 questions. Every question is a numbers of mass. You write down the numbers. After that total numbers, you additions, and you have to multiply the two. What figure is there? According to that, you will get the scale of stress, means which is the stress, higher stress, lower stress, that come to the part is there. So I request to all participants just to take a pen and paper. Okay, I will give the 1 minute. You take a pen and paper. Take a pen and paper. Okay, I hope that you people's taken the pen and paper. Okay, first upon understand. So there is a stress assessment question is there. Okay, so here please read each statement and write a number 0, 1, 2, or 3, which indicate how much the statement applied to you over the past week. Means your what experiencing about the past week, you just on the basis is there. So there is no right or wrong answer. Listen, very important thing. There is a nothing wrong and nothing right is there. Do not spend too much time on any statement. This is very, very important thing. Don't spend too much time in this because this is not your university examinations to think too much and writing that. What you feel at a first, you write it on that particularly scales. Okay. Now the rating scale is following. 0 you mention when it did not apply to me at all. When it come to never, you have to mention 0. 1 apply to me to some degree or some of the times, you can mention sometimes. Then 2 apply to me to be a considerable degree or full part of time, that comes to the often. And third, apply to me very much or all the times. It is a almost always. Okay, so this particularly the scale is there. So 0, 1, 2, 3. I request to all participants here, just go thoroughly. This can be help to you get the level of stress. Okay, the first questions, I found myself agitated. Okay, if you feel that you are agitated, so if you are feel you are never agitated, you write the 0. If somebody is think that sometimes I agitated, write 1. Often agitated, write 2. Or always, anyone you pick up from the scales of 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, all of you written that? Okay, good. So now we'll go to the next. I tended to overreact to situation. You know, whatever the situation that we are reacting. And if you're not reacting, you mention never 0, sometimes 1, often 2, or always you are reacting, you can mention the 3. So write the numbers. Okay, second question, write the numbers whether 0, 1, 2, or 3. Then next, I found it hard to win downs. Okay, if means that if you are too much angry and you are not going to cooling, that come to that conditions. If it is not happen, so then you mention never for 0, sometimes for 1, often for 2, and always for 3. So write down this your scale, whether it's 0, whether 2, whether 3 or 3, according to that. Then fourth one, I feel that I was using a lot of nervous energy. Means whenever you are going, whenever you spreading is there, if you feel nervousness, if it is happen, so you mention 3. If it not happen nervousness, you mention the 0. If sometimes happen, you 1, and often is the 2. So I found it hard to relax. I found it hard to relax. Okay, so they are indeed conditions. If it is never, you mention the 0, sometimes 1, often 2, and always 3. So all of you written that this one, don't think too much, just write it, because this is just first impressions of your indicate. You mention the numbers. I was intolerant of anything that kept me from getting on with what I was doing. Okay, I was intolerant of anything that kept me from getting on with what I was doing. You know, so if this thing is happen with this particularly you, so you mention 3. If it not happen, is you mention 0, sometimes 1, and often 1. So right, of you written for the 6th one. And the last one, 7. I felt I was rather touchy. I just simple word in Marathi I say हळवा, आपण त्याला हळवा म्हणतो ना, खूपच हळवा आहे. If it जास्त असेल तर you mention 3. If it nothing is there, you mention the 0. If it sometimes 1 and 2, like that you mention is there. So I hope that you people are written. Okay, so what happened that whatever the total is coming to you, you have to multiply it with this 2. Okay, you multiply it with the 2, and what value is coming here, you put up in the chat box. You put up in the chat box what is the values come. Okay, 30 for Abhijit. Okay, put up. You all of you understand. You just multiplied by what value will come? You multiply, okay, 22, 30, okay, 22 again. Okay, 18. So 24 and 18 for, okay. Gauri 22, okay. Aishwarya Kunal 26, okay. Okay. More 14, okay. Udam 10, okay. Okay, do calculation first and put up in this chat box. Okay. Okay, 26. Okay. Aniket 22, okay. Every student must to go and calculate that and put their value in the chat box. This is very simple. It's not big calculations. Simple calculation is there. Put up your values. Put up your values in the chat box. Okay, 26. Okay, 26. Megamber, okay, 26. Okay, 22. Okay. Calculate your values and just put up, add 24 Mayuri, okay. So I hope that every student's done the calculations and they have to mention the figure value, okay. Now I just want to tell you that this particularly one here, see that, okay, 24 Mayuri, okay. Okay, so I hope every students, they have to done the calculations, right? Now it come to that, what is the level of your stress? This is very important thing. So here, this is a simple scale is there, and look, you are in which scale is that? So see that this is a scale. If your score for 0 to 14, you're normal, your severity of stress is simple normal. If your score is 15 to 18, your school severity score is a mild. So those who are 19 to 24, you are in the moderate level of stress. So those students are 26 to 33, severe. I see many students are in the severe stress level. Unknowingly, they don't know they are in the stress, but they are in the stress. So 34 plus, they are extremely severe. So this is the scales that can give you the idea about your own severity level. So what is the severity of stress in your life? That can be here. So I hope, so what is your score? On the basis you can understand. So I seen that many students who are in the moderate and severe level is there, knowingly unknowingly that people are in the stress, okay. So this is the stress level, that is the scales with the help of, you know, your stress level, severity of stress level. So here, what is the fact about stress? I hope that this calculation you done and you understand that this part basically these things, okay. So wait. Okay, I hope students are okay. Fact about the stress. What is the fact about stress? Stress is actually a normal part of life at times. Its server is a useful purpose. Stress can motivate you to get that promotions at work or run the last miles of the marathons, right? But if you don't get a handles to your stress and it become long terms, it can seriously interfere with your job, family life, and health basically. So stress is very important to understand that. So if it stress is very if you know that some stress is required to successful people, right? If you're in the stress, you can be achievement. But if your long term of stress is there, that can harm to your body, mind, and everything, that can be hampered, right? So this is about certain fact. So stress is required, but at certain level. So here, so there is a types of stress, up to that we understand the test, we done that. Now what are the types of stress? I just want to tell you there is a many ways of types of stress is there, but some few stress of types I'm going to discuss here. Okay, don't bother to understand here types and all these things, right? But just we'll go through that, what exactly the types of types. Dr. Hans Selye. So these are the types of stress. This is the two types they mentioned, eustress and distress. So eustress is also called as a positive stress, and distress is called as a negative stress. Eustress is motivate, focus, energy. Is in short terms, is pursued or within or coping abilities, feel excited, improve performance, right? As the this is a eustress is there. The distress is that is a causes anxiety or concerns, can be short or long terms, feel unpleasant, decrease performance, or can lead to mental and physical problems. So this is the two type was Dr. Heinz was mentions. So what is this particularly in this eustress? The example of eustress is that the example of eustress should be the stress experiencing during wedding. So those who are in the wedding, they are experiencing. Another thing is that if your exam is there and you are focused that you want to complete this topic, so this is the stress. If you complete it, so that come to the stress is there. Okay, this stress is there when you are in the hospitals, when you are in the funeral, that time the distress type is there. So this is the type of stress. So can you see this is a eustress and distress? The eustress or nothing but after completion it may happy, content and excited. Okay, if you are successful after taken the work, that come to this part of eustress. If distress is worried, afraid and like that. Okay, so this is nothing but to part to understand that angry and this part is there that can affect. This is a distress. Okay, so this is very simple things I like to understand what is the stress. One of the difficult about stress is that it can work for you or against you, just like a car tire. When the pressures in a tire is right, you can drive smoothly along the roads. If it is too low, you feel all the bumps and control feels sluggish. If it is too high, you are bounce over the pathos and easily swaying out of controls. Okay, so here this is the very important, like a tire. If you properly feel it, it is everything smoothly. If it's higher, so that can be chances of accidents. If it's lower, you feel is that. So no, stress is certain level is required. It's not like stressless. If your high stress is there, that may difficulty there, right? So this is about the things. Then about by Dr. Carl Albrecht is a type of stress that come to the time stress, anticipatory stress, situation stress, encounter stress. So what happened in this time stress? You experience time stress when you worry about time. Common example of time stress include worrying about deadline or rushing to avoid being late for a meeting. Anticipatory stress describes the stress that you experience concerning the futures. Sometimes the stress can be focused on specific events such as upcoming presentation that you're going to give. Before examination, before Viva, there is certain stress is there, right? If your practical examination is there and you're in Viva, so before a Viva, the stress is there. So that nothing but anticipatory stress. Situational stress. Okay, so you are experiencing situational stress that are the scary situation that you have no control over. So this could be the emergency. For instance, getting laid off or making a major mistake in front of terms of examples, even that can be cause situation stress. Then another is a encounters case. Okay, stress involves around the people that experiences. So here what I would like to say, this is the type basically. Okay, so another type was, it is based on the complication by American Psychological Associations. Okay, so there is a type is that acute stress. For example, if you are recently been involved in argument, you may have acute stress related to negative thoughts that are negative or a repetitive argument. That is the argument. That is episodic acute. Okay, so this is the individuals who frequently suffer acute stress, often live in a life of chaos and crisis. They are always in a rush or feel pressures. They take on many responsibilities and usually cannot stay organized with so many demands. These individuals have perpetually grips the stress. Then chronic stress is very dangerous. If you're continuously long-term poverty, repetitive abuse in the form of unemployment, dysfunction of family, the substance is, so these are nothing, unhappy marriage. So these are all come to the chronic stress. Now it's come to the effect of stress. What is the effect of stress is there? This is very important. As you know, you people are, the stress is there. So there is a types of physical signs and symptoms. What are the physical signs that can give that you are in the stress? Okay. So first, increase heart rate. Now those who are person who has the physical, so that is the increased heart rate, elevated blood pressures, sweaty palms, then is a fatigue, then is a headache, then is a trembling, is a nausea, vomiting, sleep disturbance, shallow breathings, and dryness of mouth and throat. So these are the physical signs that on the basis you can also say this person is a stress or you're in the stress or not. Then very important thing is the emotional signs and symptoms. So what is that? It is irritability. So those who are in the irritability, then anxiousness, then angry outburst, nightmares, reduced self-esteem, depressions, over alertness, jealous, then diminished initiative. These are emotions. Those who feel irritated or jealous, anxious, depression, this is nothing but emotional signs, right? Now it come to this, there is a, okay, behavioral signs and symptoms. What is a behavioral? Some people and the stress, so their body behavioral can be on the basis you can see that this is stress or not. So here, so increased smoking, those who are smoker, they taken not 3, 4, may taken 20, 40 like that smokings. Aggressive behavior, he is feeling aggressiveness is there in a behavior. So these are in the stress. Increase alcohol or drug use, those who are addictions of alcohol, they taken too much that. Okay. Then carelessness, he's not taken care of anything like that, the nature is their behavior. Okay. Then undereating and overeating. Okay, sometimes they in the stress they take too much food or they may not take food like that. So this is withdrawal, then this is listlessness, then accident proneness, then nervousness, laughter, and impatient behavior. So these are the behavioral signs and symptoms. Okay, then this is up to part, you understand this part of particularly the what is the condition, what is the situations of the stress is there, what are the types is there, what is a different type of signs, symptoms, right? Up to this part is there. Now this is very important thing, how we can cope up with this, particularly the stress. This is very important things, right? Because if your stress is there and you are not able to resolve your stress, that can harm to your body. So there is some simple trick I will tell you in these sessions that can help to you people, that can work if you are using properly. Okay, now in this case, so before that I would like to tell you the story, because story is a simple way to understand. Okay, understand this part of particularly the things. So here, what is the story? That is a bottle of water. Imagine you are holding a glass of water. If you hold it for a minute, it is not a problem. If you hold it for an hour, you are having an ache in your arms. If you hold it for a day, your arms will feel numb and paralyzed. The weight of the glass doesn't change, but the longer you hold it, the heavier. Okay, the stressness and worries in the lives are like the glass of water. Think about them for a while, and nothing happens. Think about them too longer. Think about this one. And they begin to hurt. Think about them all day. You feel paralyzed. Okay. And earliest we can put the glass down. Put the glass down. This is very important thing, right? So here, the put the glass down. This is very important message here. if you're holding too much time, what the simple thing is there, if you hold that bottle in your hand, okay, and you keep it for 1 minute, there is no arms. If you take 10 minutes, then 1 hour, like that, increase the time. So the weight of glass is not to increase, but the pressure problem increase with your hand. Okay, so your arms can face. So simple thing is that, so this nothing but a stress. So what you hold in your hand, just put down. So that is the way you can relieve your stress. This is very simple technique that can also understand, that way you can be removed there. Okay, so this is about the bottle of water. So here important technique to handle stress. So very important thing technique is that positive thinking. This is very important thing is that. Okay, so one, situations where we can do something about the change, the overcome. In this case, don't just sit there and worry about it. Go ahead, take care out of it. You have control. Procrastination is the root cause for many stressful episodes, right? So this is the one conditions. And second condition, situations where you have no control to the outcome. In this case, sitting and worrying will not make you any difference on the outcome. So don't worry about it. Let the situation resolve by itself. You cannot do anything about this time. So there is a two situations here. One situation, second. So first situation is there. In that conditions, it is in your hand. If you have the time to solve your problems, and if you solve it, so your problem is gone. Your stress is gone. But if the situation is come to that, it is not in your hand. It is not possible for you to cope up. So you just spend the times. And some in the first situation, second situations may be accidental, maybe earthquake, or maybe something that is not in your control. So this is the second step. So in these conditions you have to focus. Okay, so पहले condition में क्या होगा, very important thing, कि जो कर सकते हैं हो सकता है और आपके हाथ से सॉल्व कर सकते तो आप कर दो और स्ट्रेस रिलीफ हो जाओ. और सेकंड कंडीशन इज दैट, जो आपके हाथ में ही नहीं है, जो पॉसिबल ही नहीं हो सकता, उसको छोड़ दो. दिस इज द वे यू कैन रिलीव योर स्ट्रेस. ओके, सो another important thing that is a story too. This is called the black dots. This is another important story is that. So that, this is very interesting story there. We'll go to that to understand what is the black dots. Okay, so here, what is the story that? This is the black spots. One day a professor entered in the classroom and asked his student to prepare for surprise test. They waited anxious at the desk for the test to begin. The professor handed out the question paper with the text facing down as usual. Once he had time, all this, he asked the student to turn the page and begin. To everyone's surprises, there was no questions, just the black dots in the center of the page. The professor, seeing the expressions on everyone's face, told them to following. I want your right. What is you see? The student confused got started on the inaccessible task. At the end of the class, the professor took all the answer paper and started reading each one of them out loud in front of all the students. All of them, with no expectation, described the black dots, taking her to explain its positions in the middle of the sheets, etc., etc. All of these had been read. Classroom silent. The professor began to explain. I am not going to grade on your this. I just wanted to give you something to think about. You. No one wrote about the white part of the paper. Everyone focused on the black dots, and the same happens in our lives. We have white paper to observe and enjoy, but we always focus on the dark spot. Our life is gift given by the God with love and care, and we always have reason to celebrate nature in itself today. Friends around this, the job, and to provide our livelihoods, miracles we see every day. However, we insist on focus only on the dark spot of this health issues that bother us, the lack of money, the complication relation with the family member, and disappointment with the friends, etc. So the dark spots are very small compared to everything we have lives, but they have once a polluted one. Take our eyes away from the black spot in your life. Enjoy each one of your blessings, each moment that life gives you. Thank you. So see that in this particularly one, black dots. And the professor is given that just see on paper, they mention and you explain, they have to explain that you write it about the things what is observed in the black dots. Okay. So you know the every student's written about the black dots in the center, the black dots is like a black color and like that's they are mentioned, right? But not a single student are mentions about the white part of this paper. Same thing has happened in our life. What we don't have, we are asking about these things. What we have, we are not focusing. So that's create a lot of stress. So the thing is that what is the you have, you just focus white part of the life means what you have, that you got admissions in pharmacy, you are getting the food in your life, then your everything's what the normal person is required is there. So you focus what is the positive thing in your life, right, instead of the negative things. If your focus continue the positive things, so you can cope up with the stress. Don't look out the negative parts. Every person have the problems. What you have, that you focus instead of what you don't have, that, right? So that is the way you can cope up with the stress. Now the another thing is exercise. Okay, so here just begin up with the moving around the powerful way to reduce stress. It allows our muscles to move, encourage the blood flow, and increase the oxygens through our body, help us feels more like ourselves. Exercise also get a breathing deeper, which triggers the body relaxation. Mentally, exercise provide outlet with the negative emotions such as frustrations, anger, irritability, promotion more positive mood and outlook. So here, this is the important thing, that exercise. So you people have to start the exercise that can help you, right? Then another thing in this, that is the yoga. Yoga is very important thing, that this is very our ancient Indian ancient TV that. So the yoga is very important thing. So just spend for 20 minutes at least for yoga. You know what is the, there is a 10 number of types of yoga, but you have to do that. That can help to you develop your things. So yoga is very important things. Then what is the next thing is that walking. Walking is also walking release tension from the major muscle groups, deepens the breathing and quits the nervous systems. There's a McDowell says it also get us out our natures, which is relaxing. Then gardening, why it works to reduce stress. Gardening is also is actually a low impact without, but gardening is also the stress boosting bonus of putting you in contact with the earth, which is refreshing your spirits. Then dancing, so why it works to reduce the stress. Dancing has much physical, mental, even the emotional benefit. It is a great workout with improves grace and as it raises your heart rate. So these are dancing is also the important things. If you dance it, you can be relieved a lot of stress. Then another thing, drink water. In addition to exercise, it's important to that your body gets enough water. Water is vital to the body in temperature regulations, nerves impulse conductions and circulations, metabolisms, immune systems, elimination process, sensory awareness and perceptive thinking. So right, so taking up ample amount of the waters that can be also relieve your stress. So what are the benefits of the stress is that it is more focus, improved memories, better moods, clear skins, bright eyes, anti-aging, flush toxins, immune boost, reduce heart attack risk. Then it comes to the better digestions, body cleanness, increases the energy, appetite, serpent, lubricant joints. So this is some benefit is there. So you have to use the water, drink the water, ample of the water you have to drink regularly. So that can help you a lot. Now another important thing is diet. Diet is very important things that can help you, that certain types of foods can drink increases the anxiety stress levels, such as fast food, butter, cheese, meat, shellfish, sugar, tea, coffee, and soft drinks. This does not mean that you have to avoid them completely, but should consume them in a moderations. More vitamin C stops cortisol in its tracks and thus lower their lemon juice for the quick boost. So that's why lemon juice is very important drinks that can help to you reduce your stress. There is another thing was the food. So the cherries, bananas, lemons, broccoli, cabbage, garlic, asparagus, nutshell, and the apple salmon. These are the important things, foods that can help you to relieve your stress. So here I will go to the one or two only here. What is the stress reducing food? The first is broccoli has a folic acid which aids stress reduction. So that is important. That also the help to read. Then another very important, dark chocolate. By far the most potent endorphins producing food on earth. Chocolate contains more than 300 different compounds, including the anandamide, a chemical that mimics marijuana's effects in the brains, and the theobrom's a mild stimulant. Look for the imported dark chocolate with a cocoa content of 70% or less. So this is a dark chocolate, okay, that can help. Like the sugar, a small amount of sugar also can help to you, that whole grain. Then nuts, milk, omega, salmonella, tea instead of coffee, that can be also help. So study of the University College London show there, drinking black tea 4 times a day for 6 weeks, lowering the stress hormone, cortisols, after the stressful events. So green tea is packed with the thiamine, which increases the brain's output of the relaxations. Okay. So this is alpha waves on reducing the tension, make a beta waves. So these are the things, food that can help to you relieve your stress. Now, very important thing is the sleep well. You know, sleep well is very important. Sleep is a vital part of our life. To reduce stress, induce hormones, a good night's sleep is exceedingly important. When you are tired, not well rested, your stress hormone increase. You can easily remedy this by sleeping 7 to 9 hours per night. You know, sleep is very important things. So that can helps to you to relieve your stress, right? So if you are ample of sleep, you taken that can really relieve your stress. So sleep well, you know, especially in the night, not like a day. Taking up 7 to 8 hours you're sleeping in the day is not a good for at all. But in the night, if you have taken that, so that can help you a lot to relieve your stress. So very important thing is that laugh and smile. Yes, this is very important. You know, laugh is one of the very interesting that particularly that can relieve your stress, laugh away your stress. So if I say that you all participants try to laugh by seeing your screen, try to laugh. You have to laugh yourself. Don't bother about what people are telling you. Just look at the screens of mobile or your laptop and laugh it. Too much laugh it. Okay, laugh it. So yeah. So all students or all those who are participants, just laugh it by watching through the screens. Laugh it, because you laugh it, that can relieve your stress. Try for 1 minute. I will give the 1 minute to laugh. Okay, your time is start now. So everybody is look toward the screen and laugh. Don't shy, just laugh. Okay. I hope that all are laugh. Okay. So that can also relieve your stress. So on a more microscopic level, laughter release of floods of endorphins. Endorphins are naturally occurring feel goods chemicals that have the ability to not only relieve stress but also alleviate pains. We also know that laughter decreases the presence of stress hormones and promote the functions of immune cells and antibodies, therefore providing an extra boost in immune system. So they say laughter is the best medicines, not only the good for our body but also for our mind, as it can reduce the stress hormone. So whenever you get a chance, try to enjoy the blessing of good love. So you have to laugh basically, right? So that can help you laugh is very important things. If 1 or 2 minutes laugh, so that can release whatever it come to that. If you're watching a good movie or comedy movie or anything, situations come to you that laugh it thoroughly. That can relieve your stress. Okay, involve it and enjoy it. This laugh. Okay, that is very important things. So will someone say that there is a no laughter in the medicine, but there is a lot of medicines in the laughter. This is very, very important thing is that, right? So you have to laugh. That can give a lot of stressful life, stress-free life when you're laughing is there. Then, so this is very important. Laughter is the best medicines, right? But if you laugh for no reasons, so you need medicines. Yes, that is very important. Then another important things, families and friends. Yes, my friend, this is very, very important things. Your family is also very important tools that can relieve your stress. Spending the quality time with your grandfather, your parents, your brothers, sisters, and your relatives can relieve your stress. So my suggestion to you people, you talk too much with your family friends, that can relieve your stress. If you feel that you are in the stress, try to talk with your brother, your sister, your parents, all these things that can also relieve your stress. So second thing is the friends. Friends is also the important. They are stress, really stress relievers. Just spend time also the talking foolish things with the friend also can relieve your stress. So you have to talk, you can make a good environment that can also help you the stress. Now there is another important thing is the mentor and role models. Yes, this is very important. Who's a mentor? Who's the role models? For the student, role model or mentor is nothing but a teachers. By talking with the teachers and discussion with the teacher also relieve your stress. So that's why you have to talk. If anything you feel the problems, you can talk with the teachers. Teachers can give you a way that can relieve your stress, or where your role model, like you, maybe it may be your elder brothers or maybe your close friend or maybe the your anything who are giving you positive vibes, so that can helps to you to relieve stress. So suggestion to you that student, go and talk with your particularly your teachers, your all these things, discuss with your problems, so definitely you will get some relief from the stage. Then another important thing, this is a important thing is healing music. That is, music is very important. Listening to music does wonder to elevate stress. Listen to the music that you feel comfortable. So listening the music is very, very important things that can also help to relieve your stress. Okay, so healing musics in this. So instead of watching the TV and all these things, just on your music and listen carefully, so that can also relieve your stress. So whether you like a songs, you can go ahead, there is no problem. But if you feel like this song is good for you, so go ahead and listen, that can also help you. That is the way you can. So this is about the healing musics. Then another important things that come to the readings book. This is very, very important. You can use your free times in productive way to by doing some things to share your community, or simply relaxing and listening to holy recitations, or lectures by your favorite lecture, or reading holy books. Reading book is very, very, because why reading is that imagination's power is increased, and that is the best way to relieve your stress. So this is reading a book is very, very, very important techniques that can be you can relieve your stress. Okay, but the books are the different type of book is there where you feel good, you can go and pick and the read, that can also help you to relieve your stress. Then this is very important technique. That is another was plan and manage times and tasks. So to manage your time properly, identify your MITs. What MIT is the most important task, and do those first every day to get them out of the way. You can also develop a routine based on your regular task. So you can focus on the tasks that need more attention, right? So very important, you manage your times. For example, if your work is there, so see, this is quadrant was mentioned is important, not important, urgent and not urgent is there. So if your important and urgent is there, you can work out that. You first do that, okay? So if it is important, not urgent, you can go for this. Not urgent and you can give the second priority. Then not important and urgent. So that time is you can give the third priority, and then last is nothing but a not urgent and not important, right? So this is the you categorize your work. So my suggestion to you people that, so if you when the day start, you write your task, what are the work is there. For example, to computer journals, to understand that, or maybe some work is related to your family. So you make a list of your work, and on the basis of these tables, you can categorize. If it is urgent and important, you first do. If it is not urgent but it is important, you do the second. If it is not important and urgent, you can do the third. And if it is not urgent, not important, you give the fourth one. So this is about the way you can manage your task. The time is very important things, and that is, if you can go through that, that definitely helps to relieve your stress. That is way to manage. Now very important techniques that really works many times, and people not work, not to understand. Find the root cause and kills. Root cause means what? Every problem have the root cause, right? If you work on the root cause, definitely you can get a relief. What is the root cause? Basically, root cause is any problem, bigger problem is there, but it is the root cause was very small. So work on that. Find the root cause of your problems and definitely work out. So I will give you the one examples where you can understand how we can find out. So there is a simple techniques that is called as a 5 why techniques, that is 5 why root cause analysis. The first is that ask until the problem resolved. Basically, you whatever the problem is there, you ask why. Second is why, then why. At least 5 times you will get answers. You will get a root cause. So that 5 why is very important techniques, right? So here we'll take an example. The vehicle will not work. This is the problem. Okay, you are going to that. You want to, okay, you plan it for school, college, and all these things. If your vehicle is not start in the morning, so what problem is there? The problem is that the vehicle will not start. This is the problem statement. Now it comes to the another. My question to why the battery, okay, why the vehicle will not start? This is my first why. Then I got the answer. The battery is dead. Okay, I got the answer. Okay, battery is dead. So again, I ask the questions why the battery is dead. Then I'm get the answer. The answer is the alternator is not functioning. This is the answer. So again, I will ask the question why alternator is not functioning. Then you will get the answer of why for the alternate belt was broken. Okay, so why the alternator belt was broken? So you will get the answer. The alternator belt was well beyond its useful service life and not replace. Okay, they not replace because they are whatever the time period is there, 1 year, 4 years, that afterwards you are continuing. So this is not replaced because of it is a broken. So why the alternative belt was well beyond its useful service and life and not replaced? You will get the answer. The vehicle was not maintained according to the recommended service schedule. This is the root cause. What root cause is that? The problem is the vehicle not start. Root cause is that you have to not maintain or you not done the service regularly. This is the reasons. If you are doing a regularly service, so your vehicle will not start. Okay, so this is the way you can get the examples. Every problem is coming to in your life, you have to focus. You can ask the why 5 times at least. The why you can ask. When you are asking the why, definitely will get a root cause. Whatever the answer you will get, again you ask the why. What the answer you will get the why up to the you will get your root cause. Once you will get the root cause, you work on the root cause, definitely your problem will solve and you feel a stress level. Then another important thing is to be content with what you have. Most of us not satisfied with what we have. You might be stressed about not getting the promotions or unsatisfied with the job salary or tense with your children, etc. Remember that there are people dealing with harder situations that yourself. Some are homeless, jobless, or without children. So look on the brighter side of life. This is cultivate optimism. So listen, all of you, that what you have the good things to focus. Okay. So some people say that those do have only the bicycle and they don't have the vehicle. There's a bike. If they think about that bike, and he will not enjoy their life. If you think that I have the cycle, no? Those people don't have the cycle also. So the looking. So always we look on the brighter sides of life. That can help to relieve your stress. So this is very, if you can't be thankful for what you have, be thankful for what you have escaped. This is very, very important things. If you can't be thankful for what you have, be thankful for what you have escaped. So another important thing is that the positive self-talk is very, very important. So positive self-talks that can help you a lot to relieve your stress. They are sometimes referred as the positive affirmations. They are useful for building confidence and challenging negative thoughts. For example, I can do this or understand this and I will try my best. These work best when they are realistic and tailored to their needs and goals. So talking with the positive self-talks that can also live particularly on. So always you talk yourself positive thoughts. I will give you some examples that can help you, that it is like affirmations. So you change your negative talk to the positive talk, right? I will give you one or two examples to understand that. So here, what is the negative self-talk and positive self-talk? Here, I never done it before, or I don't know how to do it. That is the one negative talk is there. Instead of that, it's a chance to learn something new. Oblique, I can learn. This is the way you can change it. So if you are using the many times of negative talk, that can also increase your stress. If you talk with the positive side, possibility side, that definitely work for you. It's too complicated, hard, and I will mess up it. So instead of you talk, I can figure it out. I have overcome tougher challenges. Other peoples can do it better. Someone else should do it. So I look for a brighter side of things. I deserve to win. I am always improving, like that. The way change in the positive talk, that can help you a lot. I don't have the times, resource, experience. This is the negative talk. Instead of I'm a resourceful, other will help me, like that. You can change this. I won't work. This is a negative. I will come up with an answer. I tried before and didn't succeed. It's look stressful. This is a negative. I enjoy adopting and growing with the change. That's the positive talks. These are the things. I'm not good enough. So I trust myself to succeed. This is the only few examples I'm just talking here, but many things that are negative to positive talk is there. You always talk a positive sides. You will get this. That kind of helps to relieve your stress, relieve your negative things, and that can help to you boost in your focus in your work also. So this is about the positive. You always talk the positive talks. So that is another technique. What is that? Count to 10. This is a simple technique is there. With the help of, you can count. Close your eyes and slowly count to 10. Okay, this is simple technique. When you close your eyes and you talk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. That is easily 1, 2, 3, like that. So it is, if necessarily, repeat and count for 20 or even higher numbers. Keep counting until you feel relaxed and subsidized. Sometimes this relief occurs quickly, but other times it might take a while. They stay calm and patient. Counting can relax you because it gives you some things to focus on beside your anxiety. It's a great tool to use in the crowded or busy place like stores, in trains, or anxiety. Exercise might be more challenging to carry out, right? So counting to 10, that can also help to relieve your stress. Many times can be if any you're feeling the stress, you just close your eyes, count 1, 2, 3. That can also help to you relieve your stress. So this is the way you can also relieve. Then another important technique was the pressure point technique. It is also called Japanese technique. Basically, there are the number of pressures point through the body and associate with the stress relief. Particularly, just apply pressures, massage it, relax your body, and repeat the procedure. Right. So this is the pressure point technique. Right. So this is very important techniques. Okay, that can help you. This is called as Japanese pressure point techniques. So it kills stress in the 5 minutes. Okay. Can you say? This is a palm. Here is a worry, fear, anger, sadness, and distinct. This is a worry, okay, fear, anger, like that. Okay, this palm side is a happiness. So now how we can do that? Okay, this is the way. Just if one hand you can press it, okay, for a few seconds. Then another way you can press it. They can do it like that. So you can particularly complete and then you press on the center one. So like that, this can help to you relieve your pressure. This is a simple Japanese techniques that can really work. Is there within 5 minutes they can release your stress. So this is a very simple technique is there that can help you relieve your stress. This is called as Japanese pressure technique. Now another important technique is that breathing exercise. This is very important. You know, this is very good techniques that can help to you relieve your stress. What exactly is there? Equal breathing, that is called as Samavritti. Equal breathing is known as a Samarvritti in Sanskrit. This breathing technique focus on making your inhales and exhales the same length. Making your breath smooth and steady can help bring about the balance and equanimity in and out through nose. You know, this is Samavritti. You take a breath, just a breath. Inhale, and what second you take an exhale. Inhale and exhale. You can keep in the same time, so that can also relieve your same. Another was the deep breathing techniques. Here is a very important technique. We'll do this technique here only. This is for 5 minutes. Take a deep breath using your abdomen. Ensure it's expand full. Hold it for 3 seconds. Exhale all at once. It's a good idea to make a sound of sign audible. It helps you expand in there. As you exhale, be sure relax your jaws and shoulder, right? So this is about the 2 techniques. Now it's come to that part. Basically, you have to perform this breathing techniques. This is 5-minute breathing exercise for relaxation stress. So I request to all participants here. This is 5-minute breathing technique is that. This is very good technique. Within 5 minutes, you feel relaxed. Okay. See, this is the things is there. You just follow these things. Okay. You follow this video only. So here, what happened in this case? I am going to start this inhale and exhale. You can get it. So this technique is very much help to you people. You take a breath in nose and exhale through your mouth. Take in the nose and exhale through mouth. Okay. So what exactly here? Go ahead with this one. See that inhale. Then hold for 4 seconds. Do every student, every participant do that. For exhale through mouth. Inhale through nose. Hold for 4 seconds. Then exhale through mouth. Do this. This is 5-minute techniques. You can do, every participant do this one. Okay, I hope you people do that. Really, this is 5 minute techniques, but work a lot, relieve your stress. Okay, so you can do also in your homes when you feel stress, just to apply. Take it breath through your nose, hold for 4 seconds, then release through your mouth. Okay, that can. Then another technique is alternate nostril breathing. Okay, this is alternate nostril breathing, known as a Nadi Shodhana Pranayama in Sanskrit. It is a breathing practice for relaxations. Okay, that can also here by taking one side and relief from another one. So that can be helps. That is alternate nostril breathing. So that can be, see, this is the way you can first you taken right nostrils, then count for 4, then second is there. So like that is the alternative way you can do your breathing. So that can also help you to relax in the stress. You can relieve with that. Then another one is a use your nose, that is simple aroma techniques. Okay, so there is what exactly the lemon, lavender, jasmine, cinnamon, peppermint can also help to relieve your stress. Okay, lemons, the scent promotes concentrations, has calms, clarifying properties that helps when you feeling angry, anxious, and run down. Like that, lavender, jasmine, cinnamon also there can relieve your stress. Okay, so very, very important things to all these people, those who are in the suffer. So that is the technique is that, okay, use, okay, code use. Okay, what exactly use code? What is the use code basically? As you know that we are in this area, in this arena, that peoples are using the mobile recharge and everything. They are using the code, and that codes can also help to reduce stress. So which code you have to use it, that can so you always use this code when it is the stress. And if you know that, so what is the code is that, this code is that only nothing but jo honga dekha jayega. That is a simple code. Okay, when you say jo honga dekha jayega, you will get up to 50% of discount in your stressful life. Okay, so use this code. Sometimes if not relief from the stress, jo honga dekha jayega, that can also relieve your stress. Okay, so you always use this code whenever that you cannot come up, that time you use this code. They daily help to you people. Okay, so God will never give you anything you can't handle, so don't stress. Okay, God will never give you anything you can't handle, so don't stress. So जो भी दिया है आप कर सकते हो, solve कर सकते हो. So that's why don't bother about, don't stress with that. So this is the, okay, and now it's come to the prayer basically. That is of course, this is the last prayer is for 3 minutes. I suggest to all participant, this is the involve that. Okay, so here what basically the prayer is that it is sabka mangal hoye rahe. Okay, that really was to you, just close your eyes, and just 3 minutes is there. What the word is there, just focus on the words. And don't think too much, just focus and flow with this word and lines and music. So definitely you feel a lot relaxed there. Okay, so what is that basically? In this case, I'm going to start. So I request to all participants, those who are in this, you just close your eyes and listen carefully. Okay, and just involve in the words. That is, the word is sabka mangal ho, means sabka acha ho, sabka bhala ho. Everything those who are in the words, sabka acha ho, that feeling is very important to relieve stress. Okay, so close your eyes and just go ahead with this word. Okay, start. Close your eyes. I hope these tips have inspired you to take initiative to active reduce stress in your life. I hope these sessions really help to you to cope up with your stress. That can help you. That very simple thing is that I already told you that what you not understand is not, don't bother, don't take tensions. But what you understand, use it, apply it in your life. That definitely helps to relieve your stress. So I thank you to all participants. I thank you special my friend Dr. Vishal Pandey sir, who's given me the opportunity to interact with you people. These sessions can help to you to relieve your stress and also give new dimensions in your to see the words. So all so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you have given the wonderful lecture, now I request to the students, if they have any questions, please ask to the sir. Sir, first question I will ask to you only, sir.
Okay.
Audible to you, sir?
Yeah, I'm audible.
So on the behalf of the students, I feel most of the times that most of the students feel lack of confidence, sir. So that's why they feel stress
Yes.
because of the lack of confidence. So how to deal with this type of stress, sir?
A very important thing, lack of confidence when it comes. I just told you that go ahead with this. Why lack of confidence is there? If you apply with the 5 whys, why the lack of confidence? Because they not study, they not plan properly, they not come up with this deadlines. That may be reasons. They always feel that they come back and back and back. Okay. So if you work on that, if something they don't know that, if you're not able to cope up that, so for example, once some student is not able to understand the language, this is not command of the language. This is the problem basically, right? So if we work on that, if he can develop that, definitely he can overcome up. But if you always feel that the language is my problem, that can also lack of confidence. Some students have the lack of confidence in the stage. Okay, someone call and they have shyness or something, they not come up with directly. So why it happens is because of that. They if they have this problem, no, they go and just work on that this problem. So definitely they can solve it. So lack of confidence is the biggest problem in student. Not only students, so many people is there. So taken up confidence is very important, because when you take a courage of anything else, you are success. Okay. So my suggestion to all students: go ahead, take the courage and solve your problems.
Thank you, sir. So anyone from the student second year?
Sir,
Yeah.
so once I hear that taking tension or taking stress is sometimes good to achieve something. So it's true or just a myth?
Yes, it is true. Stress is required. I told that before also that stress is very, very essential part in our life. But too much stress, that can harm to your body. I will take an example. If exam is there, if you've taken too much stress and if you're not able to complete, that can help you fail. But if you taken the optimum stress, that stress can help to focus on study. That's why you are going to study well and all this, then you score a good marks. But if you're not taken a stress, that is also the problem. Okay. So optimum stress, I told you that when tire, the fill, air fill optimum, if air is there, the tire can move smoothly, car can move smoothly. If it is too high, that can also chances of accident. Too less, that can also chances of accident. So that's why stress is very, very important, but optimum stress.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir,
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
my question is that when in our life we say that I have a tension, I have a stress, I have lots of stress. So how can we distinguish the stress and tension?
Yes, the very important question. So that's why I given one question set of 7 questions, right? the people don't know they are in the stress. Basically, there's a reason is there. They are under tension, they're under stress. And if continuous stress is there, definitely it comes the tensions, right? So that's why if we know that if we know this is a stress is there, so they can deal properly and relieve from this stress, right? So continue stress certain level is okay, but if we continue the stress, that can convert to your tensions.
Means, sir, tension is another stage, or the stage above the stress. Tension is.
Hmm.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
when we feel guilty when some things are going wrong, and this makes to feel our inner tension and in stress. So, how to deal with this situation?
Okay, when it comes to the guilty means you feel personally, आपके नजर में खुद को गिर जाना, that come to the guilty. You know that ये ऐसा करना नहीं चाहिए था, वैसा होना नहीं चाहिए था. So that guilty is there. First of all, you accept these things. Okay, once you accepted the condition or situations, so definitely you come up with the stress. अगर उसको guilty 24 by वही सोचते बैठेंगे, then you cannot come up. So accept these conditions, accept the situation first of all. Once you accepted, all problem is gone, and then after that you come up with this stress. That can be easily. So the way you can be use the stress.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
I have
afternoon.
one question.
Mhm.
Sir, there are some kind of stress which are too personal for ourselves
Mhm.
that we need to handle with ourselves and cope up with them. And sometimes we feel like we have to discuss that problem with one which we trust.
Mhm.
Or if we decide that we have to discuss that problem with the one we trust the most, and but that the same person also have to discuss that problem and give us the solution, or it doesn't may get the worse. What do you say about it?
Actually, what happened? I told you that if you're a mentor, if you're some belief, your friend is there where you can open up all these things, right? If you share your feelings, that can also relieve your stress. Very important things. So it is like it's holding the glass. One example I told you that, right? Holding the glass, if taken too much time, that can also difficult, and that can increase your stress. So you should put down the glass. So how you can put down the glass? You can talk with your friends, you can talk with your mentors, talk with your those who feel faith. So that definitely relieve your inside of the stress. Okay. Again, there is if you relieve the stress, there is a chances to solve the problems. Okay, so that's why put up the glass.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, my question is that when we overcome our stress and we have to not go again in stress, then what we can do for that?
Pardon, can you repeat the question?
Sir, when we overcome our stress, then what things we can do for not going again in stress?
Okay, so when stress is there, again you want to go to the stress, so work out on the stress. Okay, so एक stress से दूसरे stress में नहीं जा सकते. First you solve that. अगर आपके दिमाग में बहुत कुछ भरा है stress, okay, and if you are going somewhere, so same feeling is there. So first of all, remove first stress, then definitely second stress can be easily you can handle it. Okay, so too much thinking, that can also difficult, or too much thinking also the types of stress. Okay, so sometimes they have certain level of thinking is required, but it is not too much. Okay, so you have to understand that way how much level of you can keep in your mind. That is the way you can deal the stress.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, as you said that we should know the root cause of the stress, but what if we are not getting the root cause even after this discussion? Means because what is the root cause that we are suffering the stress? Means by discussion also we are not getting, or we are not getting clear what is the main reason.
Can you tell me what is the level of your stress, or what is the stress is there? Tell me the problems. I can solve it. Tell me your problems or your stress problems. Problem area you want to solve it.
So sometimes
ta-
there are two personals also to discuss on the social.
Okay. Sure, I understand. Listen, all of you. 5 why techniques that helps to you. If when problem is there, right? And if you say why it is happens, so you will get answer inside in your mind. Oh, this name baby. If this answer you will get, you again you ask the question why that answer, then you will get another answer. Again you say why, you will get the answer. Again you will say. So once you may 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. With the simple minds, you write it and work on that. Finally, you will get this is the reasons the problem is arises. Okay. If you work on the root cause, so definitely you will get answer. So 5 why technique is very important techniques that really works. This 5 tier techniques what I share you, these techniques are using the MNC company, big company, they work on that, and that's why they have to work effortly and they grown. Okay.
So, but sometimes this why or the answers which we get from this why can mislead also.
Yeah, it has happened. So that's why this is not only one technique. Now there are many ways you can relieve your stress. Many ways. If you're not satisfied one way, you can go with another one. If you're not satisfied with another, we can go ahead. There is many ways you can relieve your stress. This is not only fighting. This is the one technique I told you that. There are many ways you can relieve your stress. Many ways that can relieve your stress.
So my score was 30.
Oh, then you're in the severe conditions. You need to work on that. My suggestion to you, 5 minutes breathing technique, you can do that. My suggestions, whatever the technique is possible to you, you can go and work on that. One technique, many techniques, because of time constraint and is online is there, so difficult to share all these things. So limited I have shared. So here what happened, that gratitude technique is also there. You can do in your home by keeping a pen and paper. Every evening when you sleep, you write the 5 things which has happened, good thing in your life. I am thankful to God because I got this thing, that thing. So you can every day you can do that. So your focus is changed and definitely you can relieve your stress. Getting my point here? So this is the way you can also relieve your stress.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, anyone want to ask questions from the first year? I think all the questions has been asked. So thank you for giving such a wonderful lecture, and especially what I believe that today's lecture was very beneficial for our student. And as you have discussed that the 13% of college students have been diagnosed with the depression and anxiety, that was very, that means the figures are very dangerous. And one more thing, that's the solutions which you given. I personally believe that the exercise and the yoga makes the person very mindful person, and makes free from the all stress and the anxiety. And some of the sir, whatever you have discussed about the positive self-talk, that was very interesting, sir. And solutions provided for us to cope with this stress and anxiety, that was very wonderful, sir. And finally, I want to say that on the behalf of my college and the entire management group here, I am very hearty gratitude for today's speaker for sharing their graceful words with the in this today's meeting. And I'm also thankful for all participants for coming here and attending today's webinar. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining with us and sharing all wonderful thoughts, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, can I leave, sir?
Yes, sir. From your side, you can close the meeting since you are the host, sir. Now.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.